Hello everyone, Thijs here, and this time I wanted to make a very dedicated YouTube video about a game that I've been enjoying quite a lot these days. I've also played already multiple tournaments in, and it's a game that I wanted to share with you as well because I think it is good to talk about at time. I've been playing it already quite a lot on stream, but I'm also playing it off stream because I'm quite enjoying it. And I'm an ambassador of the game as well, which is Parallel. Yes, I have been playing Parallel now since last year, and it went through a whole kind of process where things changed in-game. Parallel is still in beta, but it is now in open beta, so anyone that wants to play the game can now play the game. And it's been changing a lot over the last year, where it went through a lot of updates, and there's still some more updates coming. But overall, the player experience is already there, pretty there, and I, to be honest, think they are able to the stage where they can get out of even the beta phase at some point now. But what is the most important, I think, about Parallel for me is that I'm really enjoying the game, as it is a bit different than Hearthstone, but at the same time not so much different. So for me there's a lot of comparison. I love a card game, I love a strategic card game. The biggest difference is probably the banking system, which is different than what you do in Hearthstone to gain mana. So at the first turn you bank a card, which basically means you get rid of a card. And for that card you gain a mana crystal, and at the end of the turn you draw a card. So basically you still go even in the cards, but what it makes is that you can get rid of some bad cards or that you don't want in the early game, and you get a new card for it instead, which makes you able to be a bit more flexible in your early game and in your mulligan, which I really like. It has been a nice variety on it. There is all the Paragons, which is very important to know. Paragons are basically your hero card that you can also play on the board, but they also have often a special passive effect that works during the game. So you basically have always an extra card you can put on during the game as well. Regarding the collecting the cards, I think it has a very similar system as Hearthstone has, where you have a dust system. Well, Parallel has the scrap system, so you basically scrap cards away to then craft a card that you really want. But also it has a little bit better collecting system at the start, where you can play rookie mode, and in rookie mode you basically play 5 games with every class, and then already directly you're going to get a lot of packs, a lot of cards. It gets you directly already the majority of the cards that you really need, so you're off to a pretty good start already directly. And then maybe not all the legendaries and stuff are there yet, but you can kind of play more, and then you, by doing more missions, by getting a bounty going, by just playing more games, you keep getting packs, you keep getting cards, and it actually goes pretty fast already, collecting towards a very full set. Especially now, there's not that many expansions out yet, only one. So that means that you can now definitely collect a lot of the cards together. Another really cool thing is that when you now download Parallel from the Epic Game Store, you directly get yourself a tier 1 meta deck for free. You can choose upon one of the 5 classes, and they give you a tier 1 deck that is just a complete meta deck for free at the moment. Also, at the end of the video you will see as well where I will also have a creator deck that you can also have access to. And the only thing you need to do is download the game from the Epic Game Store, win 3 rookie matches, which is the bot mode of Parallel, and you already have access to one of the 5 classes and a tier 1 deck to start the game off. Very free to play, friendly in my eyes. Another thing that I'm just really excited about, what I really like to see from the Parallel game developers, is they're really investing into esports, and that's something that I just really like and missed a bit into Hearthstone. They have a $500,000 esports system. They're planning to continue this as well, and I've already been playing in the first 2 tournaments, but they have a lot of tournaments in the year where you can also qualify for, but we'll go back to that later as well with some more details. But yeah, I wanted to show you some more of the game as well itself. And this is basically where you get into Parallel when you log in. As you can see, there is like a mission, and the most important is the Paragons, as I talked about earlier. Every class basically has 3 different Paragons, and you equip one of them before you play the game. And they all have a special effect. This is the Organ Core one, and it has 3 effects as well, and so there is the same for all the classes. So when you log into Parallel, and this is probably the first page that you will see, the most important is, as it also says, complete all rookie mode matches to get an additional 5 packs. So basically for completing the Organ Core one, you directly get as well 5 packs, which then already is going to help you a lot towards the collection. I'm planning on maybe starting a free-to-play account as well to show the free-to-play experience for people, and I think it is very good now, so it can I can already show you Directly you can get yourself to 1 or 2 of the way more stronger meta decks, and I think you can already get yourself up towards the master rank in parallel. You have here all the different paragons, where you can see all the 3 paragons that are currently available for all the classes. All have a special effect that we will go towards as well. And then you have the play mode, where you can go in the quick play and where you can also play ranked. There's also a private tournament server, so you can already play tournaments. By playing tournaments, you can get yourself packs as well. You can get yourself an extra ticket, a ticket that will be that can qualify yourself to the World Championship. As you can see, every day these tournaments are running. People are joining them every day. I think it is amazing how smooth it goes. It's something that you need to experience once, but once you get into the tournament mode, it goes very, very smooth altogether. You don't have to do anything. Everything is connected with your account, so it has an inbuilt deck system as well. So very, very nice. And then, of course, you have all the decks that you can play. Card collection, and that's also where your decks are. And I want to specifically highlight one of the decks now. I think this is the deck. It's the Katarine Red Aggro deck. It's a bit comparable towards Mage, Aggro Mage. It has a lot of early game minions, and then you're basically based on playing burn cards in the late game. And this deck is a very, very cheap deck. I think you could, after doing the rookie mode, already directly play it. So what is the most important to know about this deck? As I said, it's a bit of a more tempo-based minion deck. It's playing a lot of effects, and it has cards that buff with effects. So after you play an effect, this unit gains +1/+1. It has quite a bit of 1-drops on attack, deal 1 extra damage to a player. And one of the special abilities from the Mercolion as well, whenever you hit the damage to the face, some extra cards are activating to get stronger effects going. There's a lot of burn damage in the late game as well, and the most important card with the new synergy now is, for example, this card. This card may only be in your deck if Katarine is your Paragon, which is my Paragon. Play 2 random units with cost 3 or less. So for 3 mana, we have an effect that summons 2 minions with the cost 3 or less random out of our deck. But in combination with this relic, the first time you play an effect each turn, play a copy of it. So that's part of what is the stronger part in the about the deck. And in the late game, you have a lot of burn damage as well. So for example, where is it? This card, Oblivion Strike, deal 5 damage to any target. Well, if you have the relic down, you can do this twice. If you have 2 relics down, you can do this 3 times. So you can deal like 15 damage in the late game as well, which is very, very strong. So that's in general a little bit of the idea about this deck. So you have a little bit of an idea what we're going into when we're now gonna queue a ranked game. Here we go. We're playing against Mr. Shadow, who is currently Platinum 2. So I'm currently at the Gold 1 rank. So let's get that Platinum in here as well. And let's see who is gonna start off here. So my opponent is going first. So as to make it a bit more fair when you go second, because going second is a disadvantage always in card games. You're getting a little bonus for going second, which is you are starting with a 0-2 defender on the board, and you're also getting an extra card. So here's our strong card that I said that summons 2 out of the decks. I definitely want to keep the Gunslinger then. And I think I also keep the PSA Launcher. It's a 1 mana, deal 2 damage to target unit, which means I could kill his 1-drop directly if I want to. So if he starts here with a 1-drop, I can directly kill it. We have here a deal 3 damage to yourself and any target, which is not really helpful in the early game. It's kind of hurting you as well. Let's see if he has a 1-drop. 1 mana, deal 3 damage to the enemy. Let's go. Talking about Smorg Opener. So now we can for the first time see the bank system. So what I was talking about, you can bank a card, which then means we are gaining a mana crystal. So I think this is the weakest card for me in the hand, but also for this matchup. So by banking it away, I now have 1 mana available, so I can now play my 1 mana unit. And as you can see, I now draw another card. So at the start of your turn, you draw a card. Then after you bank, and if you banked a card, you're gonna draw another card at the end of your turn. So basically, you just draw 1 card every turn, but by banking and getting rid of a card, you gain a card back for it. I think the bank system is pretty cool because I like it. It's a different way of playing the game a bit, because you have a lot of cards in your deck that just will never see play because you're banking them. So you can be a bit more risky in deck building. It also puts a little bit more thought process on during the game, because you have just more decisions to make. But at the same time, not too complicated either. Draw 2 mana, draw 2 cards, then discard a card, draw 2 cards instead. So 2 mana, draw 2. At the moment, I think we are more focused on developing the board, but it is a card I could play. This is a 3 mana unit. After an enemy banked card is revealed, you may put an effect from your waste into your hand, result reveal an enemy card. So, Assault is the mechanic that is special to Marcolion, which we are playing currently. If you damage the enemy, play a card with this keyword, triggers that card. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? So I think we are gonna use Katrina's passive ability. The second unit you play each turn gains +2 or gain +1/+1. So if we play 2 units here, the second one is gonna get an extra buff. I think we get rid of the card draw. I really don't think it has priority now. And then what are we gonna buff? I think we're just doing it this way. Because these 1/2s, they're gonna grow already pretty big if he doesn't kill them. So I think we put the focus on multiple minions here. So you can see it's now a 2/2. We currently don't have any effects in the way, so that doesn't do anything. So here is his relic. So next turn he can definitely start popping off. We definitely want to play an effect now, because then these are getting buffed as well. So I think we get rid of one of these, and then it's time for this. We're putting the effect down. Boom! Summon 2 cards from our deck on the board. Here's the first unit, here's the second unit. And as you can see, another +1/+1. And they are 2/3s now, so we can start dealing real damage. Also, when you play an effect, this card deals 2 damage, so it's even better. Ha-boom. Probably he's gonna play the same card now as I did, because that would be really good, because he's gonna summon 4 units. But at this point, he's already getting a little bit low on life, which is my advantage.
Shall triumph.
After a friendly unit. Okay. He keeps dealing 1 damage. Oh wait, he has a complete different deck, guys. Never mind. After friendly unit enters the field, deal 1 damage to the enemy and heal yourself by 1. Alright, he's actually a way different deck. I was baiting you. Alright, how much damage do we have? So we can deal 5 damage to my opponent after I bank and play this. With this it deals 7. These become 3 attacks, so that's 10, 13, 15, 17, 18 damage. They have Defender, by the way. So, oh no, this one has Defender. So we need to get through that as well. Yeah, so it seems like we can't really get there yet. I don't think this unit has much value anymore. We definitely want to play effects. So if we play this... Actually, then we always have to play this first. Let's kill the 1/2 there. So these become 3/4s. We're dealing extra damage with these. I mean, it has Defender, so we need to get through anyway. I guess this is still a little greedy. So this is the card we're going to bank. We're going to play another 1-drop. Okay, and then... So on the big yellow line on the right, you can still see if it can attack, which is the case. So we're going to do it like that, and we're going to do it like that. And sure, let's... I don't know what he can all do with these little cuties. So this relic makes him heal 1 for every unit he plays. So if he plays a lot of tokens, it's going to heal him a lot while also dealing a lot. You can see how big this 1 mana unit is growing by playing effect cards, which is the big strength.
Hold in position.
And there he goes. He's like, we can't get out of this anymore. And so he was definitely right. Victory! Climbing ourselves up. There is also a leaderboard in the game. So climbing ourselves up on the leaderboard. You're also getting extra rewards for being on the leaderboard. As you can see at the moment, I am pretty far for this season away. Mr. Taylor, you might know him from the old Hearthstone days. Lambus series. Manos is there as well. Fino is there as well. People have been playing it quite a lot these days. But next month, I will be up there as well. Just wait. We're gonna get there. You can see how long people have been on a win streak as well. Let me show you a different deck as well. Which I guess I want to show you the green deck. I will show you the green. Oh, don't forget to claim your bounties, guys. The bounties gives you also more rewards. You're gonna get extra packs, as you can see. So I got 5 new cards here. Another one here to claim from the bounty board. So you're getting base cards from your in general already. And I got a rare here. So that's pretty cool. Not a really played one at the moment, I feel. But yeah, there's a lot of, with the quest you're getting already yourself, extra XP as well. And with the XP you get further on the battle pass. There's a free battle pass where you already get a lot of cards. There's also a more advanced battle pass where you're gonna get even more rewards. Which I think is pretty cool. So let's play a game of green now. This time we are the one going first. So as you can see, my opponent already has a 0-2 defender on the board. So you know that's that's giving away who goes first. So what are we looking for here? So we're looking for the... I think we are mainly looking for our early 1 mana cards. But also we're looking a little bit for the ramping mechanic. So this time we have a Paragon which is costing 4. After the first friendly unit with defender is destroyed each turn, target friendly gains 1. Gains defender. So yeah, I don't guess. So for example, we have a 7 cost card here. Well, that ain't anywhere close yet. We're at turn 1. So let's just pick normally and get rid of that. At the start of your turn, gain an extra energy. So that I can next turn directly already get myself an extra energy. So instead of 2 mana after banking, I'm gonna have 3 mana. So I could already, for example, play my 3-drop next turn. So this card has defender as well. With a muster effect, so a direct effect of heal any target for 2. Oh, this card is so good. Like, I think I can't get rid of it. Okay, that's... I don't want to... I was thinking these two are very good now. So didn't want to get rid of that, but this one is also really good. Every unit gaining DK, which means poisonous basically. It gains -1 health, but also gives the neighbors -1 health, so it can go pretty fast. So I guess we're playing the defender here, which makes attacking for him much harder. Heal any target. Well, there ain't much to heal, so I don't think it matters. Should have healed opponent then maybe, huh? And we have a 2-4 defender, which is really good because he has 2 attack here. One of the powers with his Paragon is at the end of your turn, if a friendly unit dealt combat damage and survived, gain +1/+1. Well, he can't now because he's going to hit into a defender, so it's not surviving. Otherwise, he could hit face, it would get +1/+1, and it can escalate pretty quickly. Well, it seems like he could at least still kill it, though. Because this deals 1 damage, together with 3 damage, does the kill. But now you will see the power of my Paragon. So now that, because defender died, I can give my unit here defender. Which doesn't look like WoW directly. But now, because my Paragon, the effect is friendly units with defender deal damage equal to their current health instead of attack. So by playing my 4 mana Paragon, which I can actually do now because I'm currently... Oh, am I gonna get rid of it? I think so. I'm playing this. My 4 mana 7/7 Paragon. And this way we have a 4/4 now. So that's pretty good. Let me see. I mean, of course I can get in attack into the defender, but I think it's better to get the unit out. But of course he doesn't accept it. You in parallel can choose as the defender if you have defender, if you accept the trade or not. So now we have the option, do we accept this attack? I think we don't. I mean, I want the 3-2 to attack there, right? So I think we just do this one here. So if he now hits with the 3-2, we're gonna let it happen in the 4-4. So my Paragon stays healthy. The Paragon is pretty important in this deck. So now we're letting it happen here, I would say. So my... But yeah, a pretty rough attack for him because I just outblocked him there, basically. It really didn't do much for him. Normally this card is very good against Qatari because it's a deck that goes very wide on the board, but there's not really that much... I'm the one actually already being on the board here. Choose one, create or play a random Earthen unit, other units gain +2/+2. I mean, doesn't look good, but it can actually become quite good. Because I'm gonna get rid of this now. Upgrade, this does +2/+3 on my unit. So you see, I keep banking, keep getting mana that way, and you should basically always bank if you can.
How bountiful.
There's just not really any drawback on it, because you're gonna draw an extra card at the start of the turn. So only if you have really cards you don't want to get rid of. I'm just gonna keep trading because of we're playing against Qatari, so I want to be clean on the board. But next turn, we're not gonna have 5 mana available. We're gonna have 7 because at the start of your turn, gain 1 extra energy. So we're basically going straight up to 7 here. It's definitely one of the more, one of the very strong cards here in green, in my opinion. The one gaining the energy as a 0/4. You need a synergy with the defender, so then you can bounce the defender on the steward, and then you can play the Paragon. But it is very powerful. My opponent basically being busy playing cones, buffing clones. But yeah, at the moment I'm not too like, wow. So here we go. Let's get rid of this Physical. This unit is going to spend all the mana. Every energy spent on it gains +1/+1. So it's actually a really good late game card. But let's first do this. Which are we going to do? Create a random... I want to see what random does. Alright, we're going to play a random Earthen unit. Well, that's a big one. Alright. That's a big one. That was a little cheating, to be honest. I feel we're a little bit cheating this game. Alright, face.
Just a scratch.
Because this has defender, so we can... Oh no, it doesn't have defender.
Not a scratch.
So whenever this 2/2 dies, it looks bad, but it's actually not too bad. Because what we can do is we're gonna give another unit defender. Yeah, he ain't... he's giving up, chat. He's not so happy. Alright. Let's play Mr. Spending 8 mana on this unit.
Called upon.
It's also pretty good. Direct 8/8. At this point, we're just going face.
Nothing more.
There ain't really anything able to go wrong here. Could also have played Wong if we got enough. Wong is a pretty good card. It shows 5 cards. And it can draw potentially a lot of it for every different type. But there we go. A victory. And there we go. We hit the platinum. So now we're also in the platinum 5. Every month is a new season. So basically we're now in the season here for July. Every month on the first a new season starts and you can climb up yourself on the ladder again. At the start you have 10 placements matches and that's how it continues. And as I showed you already, and after every victory you gain also XP. There is a real prime process as well behind it, but I think at the start the most important is to focus on if you enjoy the game or not. So also on a 2-game win streak now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Claim your quest, very important. So yeah, that's basically the basic of Parallel. I hope I showcased it pretty good to you. I've been really enjoying Parallel. I will also drop the link where you can use my link to play Parallel. And with that link, you're going to get directly as well 2 bonus packs for using my link. So that's a little bonus as well. If you want to try it out at time, it's currently available on PC. And will also be hopefully out soon as well later on mobile. I think it would be a pretty cool thing as well. And I'm really enjoying the game. I think it's definitely a worth checkout if you are also really into tryharding, into competing. I think Parallel now has a really nice competing system where there's a lot of tournaments though going on. There's a lot of prize money in the game as well, with a $500,000 league that is currently going on, where you can also qualify for. So I will also drop a link in the description here as well, where you can find all the details on how you can qualify yourself or how you can play yourself into these tournaments. Also, I have a creator deck now that you can get access to for free. It is a tier 1 deck that I use to my climb, and I'm currently diamond 3 now. So I'm in the top 200 ladders with this deck, and you can get the deck for free. What do you need to do? Download Parallel through the Epic Game Store, play 3 rookie matches, and then claim my deck, and that way you can directly start off your journey in Parallel. I will also put all the links in the description, and thank you all very, very much for watching this video. And I hope you will enjoy your journey in Parallel.